Jason Momoa, everybody, has been officially cast as Lobo in the DCU. Now, there's been this call for this for a long time. If you see, here you go. Look at that picture right here. I mean, it looks like someone drew Jason Momoa a long time ago. It was like, I'm waiting for him to come along and be a Lobo. And he was Aquaman already. As we said earlier, Jonathan foreshadowed this earlier. We were talking about, has any actor played multiple characters in the DCU? Now, we're rebooting, so it's a gray area, but we just had Aquaman 2 like last year. And now we have, in the new Supergirl movie, Jason Momoa has been cast as Lobo. And it's a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Deadline confirmed this. Jason Momoa confirmed this on his official Instagram. He actually said, he goes, I collect comics and I don't do so much anymore, but I used to my whole life. But I've always had one favorite to play, and that was Lobo, because I'm like, hello, it's the perfect role for me. And he said that he was waiting for it, and if they ever called him, he would say, fuck yeah, and he would take that role. And now he officially tweeted, they called. And then Deadline dropped the story. Lobo is an anti-hero known for his violent and irrelevant personality who hails from the planet Zarnia. I probably butchered that. Queen, you can probably help me on that. And then he is actually like, again, with Millie Alcock, Supergirl in this next movie, but Lobo possesses a superhuman strength, regenerative abilities, and which makes him, well, he's like Superman, formidable opponent, man. He's like Superman in a lot of ways. I don't eyes though, does he?
He has a really cool motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Yes.
Motorcycle. That's what it is. He's a bounty hunter that enjoys chaos and destruction, and he was first introduced in Omega Man 3, 83. Jason. Oh yeah.
Take the beard off, and they're twins.
They're twins. I mean, he's
technically. I think there's been Lobo There's been Lobo comics with the beard. So, I mean, this has been a long time coming. I mean,
it really has. It really has been a long time coming. Jordan, I'm giving you your soapbox right now. You get in there like you have never been in there before. Like it's your first time. It's your fresh time. You're getting in there. You're tingling around those innards and figuring out. Jordan, Jason Momoa is Lobo. How excited are you? It's a long time coming, and it is going to change the DC universe forever.
Well, I don't think it's going to change the DC universe forever, because Lobo was never like a main character, but casting Jason Momoa, I mean, that's perfect. I mean, you watch him in Aquaman, Justice League, look at all those films. He's pretty much playing Lobo anyway.
Yes.
He's fucking drinking. He's freaking just partying. He's like, yo, woo! That's all he's ever doing. He is freaking Lobo. I mean,
all the ratings are better.
Look at that. I mean, that mug right there. He's the main man, as he says. And I think he's going to bring a lot. Not as like, I don't know if he's going to get his own movie, but he's going to bring a lot to like side characters of DCU and bringing it in. And I can't wait to see him interact with other people. And I really do think, I mean, I've seen some stuff online. People were bitching that, James Gunn gave in to Twitter casting. He gave him to Twitter casting. So I'm like, so people want a certain actor to be cast. And when they are cast, then the internet trolls them and says, you gave in to Twitter casting. You can't have it both ways. All right. There's a lot of actors out there. There's a lot of movies. But, I mean, you all knew James Gunn likes to work with certain people. He likes certain people. He was going to recast some of the people from the DCU. I mean, Aquaman, who knows when we're going to get another Aquaman in his universe, if at all.
Never.
Too soon. It'll be too soon.
Maybe one day, Jordan. Maybe one day.
In my opinion, there's nobody else better. I mean, look at that. There's nobody else better than Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Dude, look at that. I'm going to show you one more time. Look at this picture of him right now. And again, like Jordan's saying, like Aquaman will be recast someday. But you see it, and it's like, it feels like it's right, man. It feels like we've been waiting for us. He's screaming about it. He's been waiting for it. He was saying he wanted it for a long time, right?
I did an interview.
Here he is right now, excited about this.
When Snyder was originally casting for BVS, and Jason Momoa did an interview. When Snyder called him, he thought he was getting cast as Lobo.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "You want me as Aquaman?"
He's like, what the fuck, guys? You know? But Jordan, you make
But
great
it's
points here
wrong,
too.
so he took it.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're gonna take it. You're gonna fucking always take it. You know what I mean? We're actors. We want to work with DCU. Like Aquaman's a great role for him too.
Yeah,
But Lobo
his
is like so
iteration of
perfect.
Aquaman wasn't bad either. I mean, I like Jason Momoa.
I do think he'll
The
get his
first
own
one,
film, like
he was
Zombo
good.
says.
Second one sucked.
Oh, I didn't mind the second one. Am I alone here? I didn't mind the second one.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Jonathan. Fist pound. Wait, wrong way. Fist pound.
This way?
What was,
Yeah.
what was
Bam, there we
his
go.
twin
Fist pound
name?
that shit.
Tobo? I love Tobo.
Tobo. But I mean, I saw Queen said he'll probably emasculate Supergirl. I mean, I'm interested to see where that goes in this movie. Again, Supergirl will move tomorrow based off a famous comic book. I'm interested to see how he works into this. I'm saying let's fucking go.
Let's
fucking go.
Supergirl is awesome.
Yeah, but is it based
Supergirl
after a famous
doesn't need
comic?
to
I mean, I think James Gunn's just going to start naming his movies.
Well, he's saying it's based off that comic though. He's saying it's based off it.
Just like Brave and the Bold.
Nah.
That's never happening. Let's just be honest. It's never happening. Brave and the Bold. That shit's not happening. Come on.
Batman Superman, when they team up,
Shenanigans.
it's the world's finest. He's just naming comic books.
You sound like a wrestling tag team, the world's finest. That's never going to happen, man. Zombo, we love you so much, man.
One thing I think is great, though, and we should do more of this, is championing what I would call a positive celebrity image. You know, that Jason Momoa, unless, remember, I'm out of the loop, but I don't think there are any big complaints on him, at least yet.
Everybody loves him.
I think he's a pretty stand-up good guy.
He's a partier.
Well, of course
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that,
Right,
Jordan.
right.
No, what I'm saying is
wait
he
a
just
minute.
likes to have fun.
Wait a minute, guys. He's a partier, so what? So are we.
No, what I'm saying is
Happy
I'm
Friday.
not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying he's one of us. He just likes to have fun.
And
Jordan,
even
girls just
if
want to have
he's
fun, man.
Even if he's already played a DC hero or whatever, I agree with you guys. What Jordan was saying, the casting could not be more perfect. Sometimes you just have to stop and say, "Duh, yes," and
Yeah,
you just
you see somebody.
cast them.
I think the casting director was probably like, why are we doing an open call for this right now?
Right. Everybody else go home. The position has been filled.
I doubt they even had an open call. I bet you James Gunn looked at a comic panel and he goes, "Oh fuck, give me the phone. Where's Jason Momoa?"
Yeah, right. Fuck. Okay. We got this. We got this right now. It's gonna be great,
Jordan.
guys. GR, did you ever
We
see?
didn't have to have an opening.
Have you ever read the? Have you read the Lobo comics, GR? I know you go back in the day a little bit. Have you read those before? And do you think that this is like casting waiting to happen for a long time? Huh? You excited, GR?
Well, as I said, he is the character. If you look at those pictures, the Lobo was actually after my time. You know, I'm a little bit more youth deprived than you guys.
Yeah, that was our time.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, you look at that character, you see the face, and Jason is him. I mean, it's like, oh my God, it's a meld. You know, I haven't seen a character with the beard, as you were talking about, Jordan. But without the beard, I mean, they could be twins.
Oh, 100%, GR. Like, I feel like, as he said before.
The casting is. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
He said before, you always want to play that part. It makes sense, right, GR? It always makes sense. Like, just go for the typical, you see somebody that fits the role, just cast that person, right?
Alan
Like,
Richardson.
honestly. Right, GR? Cast that person.
Yeah, I can do that.
Hey, there's Black Adam.
There's Black Adam. Perfect Black Adam ever. He knew it too. We cast him. That's what you gotta do sometimes.
Here's an interesting
if that's
point.
what all the world's got is Adam. It's a miracle we exist.
There's an interesting point in the chat, Brian. I love this. It's Queen and Zombo. Lobo is a weird choice for a Supergirl villain. Zombo says he was actually more of a Superman foe. Jordan, what do you think about that? Is Lobo a weird choice for Supergirl?
think so. I mean, people remember. I mean, Lobo. People remember him being more of a Superman villain because of the animated series. Really delved into that.
That's where I found out who he was.
And
I loved him in that.
I think it can work because he's just a bounty hunter, and who knows? Maybe he's hunting Superman and he runs into Supergirl. You know what I mean? I mean, we don't know the story. We don't know the script. He's not really a villain either. He's just like a bounty hunter. I mean, it's not like Superman kills him or Supergirl kills him. I mean, they even team up sometimes because they're like, oh, hey, our interests align.
I team up with Supergirl.
Yeah, our interests align. Let's do this right now, and then we'll hash out our problems later. So
Could it be a thing where James Gunn Jordan's like working this in because people have been asking for it, or because he fits it so we're just gonna try to slide this character into the story?
Well, that's what I'm wondering too. Was it always in the script? But in James Gunn, I trust, and he says they're not greenlighting anything. They're not greenlighting anything.
You are salty.
Until they have a perfect script. I don't know if anybody else read that. That's why Clayface is greenlit already. He's like, why are you doing a Clayface movie?
You're going back to another villain.
Clayface is going to be awesome. It's like a low-budget horror movie about Clayface. I'm excited about that.
We're doing Clayface because the script was great. He says nothing's going to be greenlit till the script is perfect. So I gotta believe him till I see a bad movie.
Yeah, me too. This is the whole thing though, because I think that I saw some chat about Supergirl, like the CW show. Queen said it was horrible. Queen, I actually worked in the first seasons of Supergirl, and I loved everybody there. I gotta tell a quick story fast. I laughed my ass off. We were shooting Supergirl in that main news studio. I know I told Jordan this story before. And it's like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and Supergirl, she had her dog on set, right? And her dog walks in. We're about to do rehearsal, and her dog takes the biggest piss ever in the middle of the set. The biggest pee ever I've seen a dog do. And it was so big. The AD looks around, he grabs a coffee mug, and he puts it on the floor like it's spilled and said, "Set deck!" And he walked away. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, can you imagine walking up and have to go clean up a big pile of piss, thinking someone spilled coffee, but it's actually a dog's pee on the set? It was weird to me.
Better than a person's pee.
Okay.
Yeah, very. And but they were all great in that cast, even though that show didn't do that well, and it got worse when they went to Vancouver. They shot here in LA. I mean, I liked it too. I was in the first season. I have a little cameo in the first season. I play
find it, and show it now.
I play her assistant. So there's a little spot
directly at the camera.
Find it.
I'm not looking at the camera, Jordan. Look at the camera.
Directly. Yeah, I'm just like, Brian.
Don't tell us about the clip. Show us the clip. Find it.
I can't find it right now. Hey,
What episode?
You know what I really hated? You know what I hated about Supergirl?
What's that?
After watching Superman and Lois, how much they bitched Superman in that show.
They bitched him bad, man. He was like, Clark's somewhere. Clark is somewhere.
He was always weak, too. He was so weak. He's like, you're stronger than me.
Yeah. Hey, man. He was, he gave in.
Supergirl wanted him, and she couldn't tell him that.
Wait.
Oh, I think you said.
Supergirl's his cousin.
Am I putting words in your mouth, Queen? I thought you said you didn't. I thought you said it was horrible.
Point?
Am I putting words in your mouth, Queen? I'm sorry if I did. Let me see. I'm looking at Queen's comments. Queen, tell me how you feel about Supergirl, really. Did I put words in your mouth? I'm sorry if I did. I love you, Queen. That show I enjoyed. For the first season. I worked it too, so that's a whole thing.
I think I got through 3 seasons, and when they bitched over Superman, I'm like, I'm done.
Bitch is definitely the word of the show. Like, if this was Sesame Street, today's show is brought to you by the word bitch.
Oh, I thought I saw you say something about the CW show,
Thank you very much.
Oh, it was Zombo. Sorry, it was Zombo said the CW show was horrible. Sorry, Queen. Brian's had a few drinks, and I was quickly flashing through the chat. So, Zombo.
I thought she was cast. She was a perfect Supergirl cast. The writing got terrible as the seasons went.
All of those hero shows like The Flash and
Hey, don't trash the Flash.
Well,
I like
listen, the Flash is my favorite hero.
Oh,
That's
I
my
like
favorite
that,
hero.
Brian. You're
No,
poetic.
wait a minute, Ryan. Come on, don't tell me you didn't check out towards the later seasons.
I mean, it became very formulaic, but I still watched the whole thing. I still watched it. I had to finish it. I gotta see how the fucking sausage is made, man. I want to see how it ends.
I'm the same way. I'm still trying to finish the last season because I'm like, this got terrible, but I'm like, I gotta stick with it.
But
You're still in the last season?
The first season is awesome. The first season of those shows, same with Arrow.
Always.
Oh,
The
God.
first
Nope.
season is awesome.
I gotta say that the second season of Arrow was better than the first. When
Okay.
they Deathstroke.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
fine.
fine.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like they're all good, and then it's like, I think shows should have like a 4-season cap, maybe.
They get cut off.
I mean, CUs went too long. I mean, they're just like isn't Arrow like 8-9 seasons, and you're like, oh. I mean, Smallville was 10 seasons, and I stuck through it all.
Dude. I watched the
Jordan, I
last
love
season.
you,
That's
but
all I
you're a
watched.
sucker.
What did you just say?
He called you a sucker.
Drunk.
He said you're a sucker. He said you're a sucker.
No, my wife. I'm a Superman sucker. My wife's like, so I never watched.
Whoa. I want about your personal life, man.
I never watched Smallville when it was on.
You know
like,
you're
in
an ass,
school.
man, but that's all we need to know.
I'm a big Superman like snob, and I told my wife when I met her, I was like, "You watch Smallville? That looks." I was like, "That looks stupid." I'm like, "That's not Superman." She's like, "You got to give it a chance." So like, we sat down, I bought it. and I'm
Inframan
like,
Jordan.
I was like, "Let's
Well,
watch Smallville."
you know what part of you was thinking on that?
And I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad. But then it got terrible, but I'm like, well, I'm sticking with it now.
The problem that CW shows
Well,
was
we
that
know-
formulaic episode that would always happen. That would be like a
Yes.
filler episode. They had so many filler episodes.
So,
they could have.
even from
I get the cast is
Smallville,
working, Jordan, but cut the episodes down, man.
Even from Smallville, I noticed, so they always try to do that cable 22 episode thing.
Yeah,
And I'm like, you could really
great
cut
for
down-
actors.
Yes, great for actors. You get paid, you got jobs. But for storytelling purposes,
crew.
they always have those filler episodes where you're like, this could really be 13 episodes and you get your point across.
They have formulaic was the perfect way to describe it too, because all of those shows kind of center around the same types of areas. You know, like CC Jitters in The Flash is the same thing as that like other cafe.
You're right.
You know, it's all the same stuff. Even the camera work, like they're always slowly panning instead of being static in this. It's the same process.
What hurt
just with different
so
heroes.
I love the Flash starting out, and I think what hurt the Flash was the first season was so freaking good, and they had the best villain in Reverse Flash. I mean, what's his name that was cast? I can't.
I know exactly who you're talking about. What is his
God.
name? I'll
Damn
find
it.
it.
He was in Superman and Lois too, Jordan.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was. Kavanaugh.
Yes,
Eobard
Kavanaugh.
Yeah,
Eobard
Thomas
Thawne's
Kavanaugh?
character. Is it Thomas? No, is it Thomas?
What?
I
Anyway,
think so.
Matthew. No, not Matthew.
It's
I'm
coming.
Matthew.
It's coming here. Oh, that's the character's name. That's not the actor's
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
Eobard
Thawne's
Thawne.
character.
I think it is Tom.
Tom
Isn't it Tom?
Tom Cavanaugh.
Does he go
Tom
by
Kavanaugh. Dude,
Yeah.
Not
he
Thomas,
made that
Tom.
show. He made that show. And like his Eobard Thawne and like him being the big bad in the first season, everything else after that was like a letdown because you're like, dude, that is you shot your wad. You shot your wad.
That
It really
happens
was a terrific
sometimes.
show.
It happens to the best of us, Jordan. Happens to the best of us.
But now we got Lobo. And
right,
I'm looking forward to it because I don't think I think what's his Jesus Christ.
Jason Momoa?
Jason Momoa, thank you. He's there to have a good time. He's not going to
Yes, my son.
overshadow anybody. He's not going to I think he's a good choice.
We hope you're right, Jordan.
I know. And
really
James
do.
Gunn
I
we
lo-
trust. In James Gunn we trust.
Well, you're a sucker. We already figured that out.
Can we please just see the clip of Brian in Supergirl playing Callista Flockhart's assistant?
That's asking a lot right now.
Is it? I mean, you could just tell me the episode number. I'll find it.
It was like
Zombo asked, "What about Batwoman?" Well, after
Batwoman.
After what's her name quit after the first season, it went downhill.
Batwoman was great. It followed that same exact process that all those CW shows took. So you know that you don't have to tune in like after season 3. You know, it's like, all right, that was great. What's next?
You tune in for the crossover. You tune in for the crossover.
Yes.
I love the crossovers. They were so good.
Everybody loves the crossovers.
Yeah. I love that brought Brandon Routh back too as Superman.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
Yep.
I hope though, like the new Lobo, because Lobo was in was it CW where they had him cast in there or something like that?
No, he was in
Or was it the DC?
He was in
Krypton.
Krypton.
Hey guys, we're off track, way off track.
It's true.
We're back on Lobo. So Lobo was like I didn't watch it yet, but he was like cast like he was a skinnier dude though, but he was on like season 2 of Krypton.
I know. I mean, I like Krypton. That was a great show.
I like the first
season.
season. I haven't watched the second season.
Dude, you didn't finish it? They had Brainiac on there. I'll show you here, Jordan, right here. Here you can see him. There's there's a little picture right here for you of him. This is who he was right here, the cast of Lobo from that.
Yeah, but wasn't he a skinnier dude though?
I mean, like he wasn't
Jason
skinny, but he
Momoa
wasn't
size.
No, he wasn't Jason Momoa's side, but he wasn't like he's not Superman, but he looked like the part to me. I don't know. I thought it was good. I just think
Krypton was on like the Sci-Fi Channel, I think.
Oh, it was on Sci-Fi. I liked it. They had Brainiac as the villain. You had Brainiac. Yep. We were on,
I know you love
Krypton.
I know you
I fucking love Brainiac.
Why?
Brainiac should always be the Superman villain. Why have we not done it yet?
Why
He's
is
the most
that,
intelligent space alien ever that lands down and can fuck Superman up.
You're hooked on all those anti-heroes, Brian.
Well, GR, I'm saying for Superman's villain, though. Superman should be fighting Brainiac. Why has Superman never fought Brainiac, the most intellectual alien that can conquer all of Krypton and come to Earth and like dominate the world and take all the resources?
You don't think Lex Luthor is a better villain?
No, Brainiac's so much better. Brainiac's so much better.
Kandor shrunk it down for his museum.
Brainiac is like a fucking alien brain. He's like a spider alien brain. Come on, guys.
But isn't that why it doesn't work? Wouldn't Lex Luthor be better? Because Lex Luthor is a human. Superman comes to our planet and he's got all these powers and he's flying around and looking through walls. And then there's a mortal that actually can figure out how to stop him and does it over and over and over again.
But Jonathan, what is Superman?
An alien.
Bam! Alien versus alien. First Predator, first Bruce Campbell from The Evil Dead. Let's make that fucking movie. Let's go.
Oh my God, I would watch that.
For anybody out there that doesn't know, Brainiac...
I go with Lex Luthor.
GR, because it's the bald crew against me. Even Dave down there.
Hey, I will do Luthor.
You're a minority, Brian.
If the actor is right, I will do Luthor all day long. But Brainiac, I gotta go with Brian.
I'll do Luthor.
Right,
I gotta go with Brian. It is time for Brainiac.
It's time. Jonathan, I'm sorry I said that. That might be very sensitive to some people.
No,
but before the show started, before you even came on, it was GR and it was Jordan. They were talking about how they were calling this follicle-less faction tonight or something like that.
Don't bother me. I shaved this, man. I shaved this.
Follically challenged.
That don't bother me at all.
I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, what? Like, this would be a great idea. They put Dave down there and it became a whole thing.
You ought to wear a swim cap, a bald cap on the next show when it's all of us.
That would be great right now. That'd be awesome right now.
That they're all accusing on the new Superman movie. He wears a bald cap.
Who?
Oh.
Supposedly, there's a big controversy that Nicholas Hoult is wearing a bald cap.
Oh, nope.
Seriously?
I got the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm.
I would shave my head like that. I would shave my head immediately to be Lex Luthor.
I think he did shave his head, but I think they still put a bald cap on some actors to hide the stubble.
You did.
GR, let's say, GR, you're starting your career off. You just came back from Hawaii, right? And they cast you as Lex Luthor, right? You still got that long flowing blonde locks that you had for years. Would you have shaved? They were down to your shoulders to play Lex Luthor.
Fucking it right, I would.
Damn right, GR. That's an actor. That's a fucking actor. You know.
Bring it up.
Anyways,
I pulled the hair back between.
Pepe's mad.
But
All right, I'm bringing it back. Why was Gene Hackman wearing So, why was Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor known to wear wigs? Because Gene Hackman refused to shave his head.
Well, but let's face it, Gene Hackman was a name in those days who could afford to say, fuck you if I don't want to.
But you think you'd still shave the head? I mean, a lot of actors still do it.
I thought he would have, Jordan. He should have. I'm just saying.
But he didn't.
Kevin Spacey did it, and we know Kevin Spacey is controversial.
That's why at the end of the movie, when he's like, I'm Lex Luthor, when he goes to prison, he rips off his wig. That's a total bald cap.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because Gene Hackman refused to shave his head.
Well, Lobo is coming, Jordan, and he has no bald cap necessary.
He's coming for you, Jordan.
He's coming for you, Jordan.
My
He's main man. First person in DCU to come over and be two characters. And Mickey Mouse is scared. Scared.
Well, I hope they let him have his cigar. I think the guy looks
think Mickey's very confident. He ain't worried about losing.
All I want to know, when's George Clooney coming back as Batman?
He did that. It was called The Flash, and it bombed.
Someday over the rainbow
or somewhere.
It bombed, Jordan. I loved it too. I loved it as much as you did, but it bombed. And George Clooney is the bomb.
I love that cameo.
The Flash bomb. Bad. Fucking bad.
Dude, I love that cameo when he shows up. When it's George Clooney and he's like, who the fuck is this?
He should have pulled up he should have said the bat card. Never leave home without it.
Yes.
It's fucking great. That's what he should have done.
He should have got out of the car.
I do. I never leave home without my bat card.
He should have got out of the car with Chris O'Donnell.
Say goodnight, Brian.
Oh, that would have been great. That would have been awesome.
Fucking dope. But I will say this. We just lost. I think GR just pieced out.
No, he's still there, but he's offline somehow.
GR's like, fuck you guys. We're talking way too long about Batman and Lobo. And I gotta tell you, I loved him coming back for that. Everybody's bringing the bald cap. It's true. He had a bald cap. You know what? And that's awesome that, that this knowledge is out there, that people know it. But I would say this, I think this Lobo casting is great. I think the Flash should have done better. I thought the Flash was all right. I'll be fucking controversial. I thought it was okay.
CGI killed it.
The CGI was a little rough. But you know what? That happens sometimes. We're not in 2055 yet. When we get there, the CG will be fixed. You wait and see. We'll fix it then. I want
Michael Keaton to come back. That was the best part of that movie.
Best part of the movie. Give me more Keaton. Give me more Keaton Batman. Please bring Black Clooney with the bat card. Yeah, now he's Michael Keaton. No, he's just Michael Douglas again. I guess. Sorry, if he wants to be called.
Is he?
No, I think he's keeping the Keaton, but he's Michael Keaton Douglas.
Yeah, because his real name's Douglas.
Well, I know that. Douglas. Wait, he went back to that?
Yeah, he says he's going back to his real name. He says, I'm at that age now. It was supposed to be in Beetlejuice. They didn't actually do it, and he was mad about it. So, or he said, it was when I first did it, so I didn't really, I'm not going to make a fuss about it, but moving forward, you're going to find that Douglas coming in.
So wait, is he dropping Keaton completely?
I heard he was dropping it. He said he might put the Keaton in sometimes.
It's kind of neat. That's a brand.
He's going to do the Keaton Douglas on certain roles.
We'll see how it goes. We're gonna find out, GR. I'm interested by that too. I love Keaton.
He goes, no, we don't need more George Clooney as Batman. And
Who said that?
Zombo. And I'm like, yes,
well, you remember the story, right?
We need
Go
the bat nipples.
Oh no!
They're always hard and they're always ready.
No, we don't need the bat nipples. I'm sorry.
We need the bat nipples on the suit.
Boy.
You're an ass man. Why are you worried about nipples?
Jordan's an ass man.
Hey, let's bring back Chris O'Donnell as an old Nightwing.
I feel like he's too busy working out with working out on those NCIS shows and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Whether he's on CSI. I don't know. He's hanging out with, it's not LL Cool J, is it?
Dude,
which one is he with?
I seen it.
Who's he with?
Yeah, it's NCIS, I think.
Is it NCIS? Which one is it? NCIS?
It's one of the. It's like
CSI, NCIS, NCIS New York, NCIS Miami. I mean, I looked at that shit in that first movie.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, that's the one he's on.
Queen, controversial topic here, Queen. Queen says she doesn't mind the bat nipples.
Hey, do you know? I seen an interview recently. Chris O'Donnell.
Bat nips for all.
He has his Robin bat suit, and he still wears it for Halloween sometimes with his kids.
You know what I said? I said this. Does he fit in it, Jordan?
I'm sure he. Chris O'Donnell's still pretty. You forget they made the cod piece a little bigger because he had to have a bigger one than Val Kilmer. He said.
Good evening, everyone.
TMI.
Welcome to the Cruise Control.
Sorry,
You guys never.
Anyways,
I watch much behind the scenes shit.
you're out of time.
Keep going, Brian.
I know we're out of time, Peppy, but a long
time. Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.